Okay, we are doing the second part of our CO5. Yesterday we talked about the equivalent fractions. Today we're going to talk about the proportions. So if we look at the bottom of page 12, we have our proportion. We need to fill in its definition. It is two equivalent values form a proportion. So you can solve for a missing value in a proportion by using equivalent values. Find the scale factor between numbers that are known, then apply that scale factor to the unknown value. So what does that mean? If we have, let's say, 2/7 is proportionate to blank 21st. How can I find the missing value? It says to use the scale factor. Ooh, that's vocab that's kind of new to us. What do you think that scale factor would be, Maddie?
Like it's factor there.
So think about what you know. Think about what we know. This was a new term for us, but using what we know, what do you think the scale factor would be?
What you need to multiply by?
Yeah, what you need to multiply by. So to go from 7 to 21, what did we multiply by? Right? 3. So that means we need to multiply the numerator by the same number. So 2 times 3 would be 6. So the scale factor would be the number that you have to multiply by. We want it to be proportionate, which means it is equivalent. So we're working with the same thing. It's just now we're filling in a missing blank. They're giving us part of that equivalent fraction. Again, the decimal value of the two fractions should be the same. So you're going to check, Finn, put it away, please. You're going to check your two fractions and make sure you get the same decimal. We had some of us made those oops mistakes on the homework from yesterday. It happens. Double checking with your calculator helps prevent that from continuing to happen. Learning from those mistakes, making sure we understand what to do. So let's turn the page, see what's on the next page. Below are proportions. Find the value of n using equivalent fractions. Check your answer by comparing the decimal values of the two fractions. For the first 4, use equivalent fractions going left to right using multiplication. So what we've been doing, or what we just did as our sample. But now, on the next one, you're going to go from the right to the left. You're going to be simplifying it down. So to simplify it down, we divide. So if we think about what we had done over here, I had said 2/7. We said that was the same as 6/21. Well, now we're going to have a missing on the left side. So instead of saying 2 times 3 equals 6, we're going to say 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So 21 divided by 3 would equal that 7. So if you're going from the left to the right, you multiply. But if you're going from the right to the left, then you divide. So you divide going to the left, you multiply going to the right. Maddie. You can use the calculator afterwards to check your answer, yes.
Okay.
So you can check your answer with the calculator, but you have to do the math first. So do your math first and then check your work. Pencils are done, we're not done yet. We've got a few more things we have to do. It says a blueberry muffin recipe says you need 75 blueberries to make 8 muffins. How many blueberries will you need to make 40 muffins? So this proportion can be written as 75 blueberries over 8 muffins equals n blueberries over 40 muffins. Notice how the units match horizontally. So if we have blueberries on the top here, we need blueberries on the top here. If you have muffins are on the denominator, you need muffins in the denominator. So your numerator and denominator need to have, going across to your equivalent fractions, going across to the proportion, they should be matching labels, matching measurements. So that we can figure out because it's already written in. So you're going to find out how many blueberries that is. As we're moving down, oh, he made it easy on you. And he helped you out by writing the proportions down. You will come to problems that have the word problem, but they don't give you what the proportion looks like. And you're going to have to set it up yourself. So I want you to start recognizing as you're looking at these word problems right now, really pay attention to how our measurements go across. The numerator is dollars, the numerator is dollars. The denominator is weeks, the denominator is weeks. So make sure you're putting them in the correct order. Because it would be a whole different answer if we had the $81 here and the $9 as our denominator. And this was 2 weeks, and this was n weeks. That's not going to make sense. You have to make sure weeks is across from weeks. Okay, so really pay attention as you're doing the word problems that it goes across. The numerator flows into the numerator. So our homework for today is doing all of the proportions. So page 13. So work on those proportions right now. Remembering that when you finish, you should be working on practice work. You work on your math packets. I know I have some math packets that I'm still in the process of correcting. Math packets need to be turned in to me by Friday. Otherwise, it's due on Tuesday. If you turn it in next week, I'm not going to turn it back to you to make any corrections. It has to be to me by Friday if you're going to make corrections.